tonight's show, we're talking about airline competition. I'm taking on my Christmas cruise around New Zealand on the wonderful Diamond Princess, and then we're going to show you some of the best passports in the world. Welcome to BonVoyageTV. This is show 2 of season 2. I'm Jared Murphy from BonVoyage Cruises and Travel. That's my day job and occasional presenter on BonVoyageTV. I'm joined again by Olivia Van Leerop.
You are indeed.
How are you?
I'm good, and how are you?
Very good, thank you.
Very good. And from the intro we just had before, they didn't mention your amazing news. Tell us.
Oh, I've been trying to keep that secret.
Yeah, don't be so modest.
No, recently Jill from my office and I travelled to Sydney for the Cruise Lines International Australasia Awards. And Jill was nominated as Cruise Consultant of the Year for New Zealand. And we actually picked up a bronze medal in the Agency of the Year category.
That's amazing. That's incredible out of the whole of Australasia. Well done.
Thank you very much. We're very proud of it. And of course, I owe it all to my team, Jill especially, who does a lot of the cruise work. But the whole of the agency, we're very proud of it. And we've nailed that up on the wall.
Yeah, fantastic. And that's not the only thing that seems to have been happening over the past year. It seems that all the airlines in the world think that New Zealand is the place to be at the moment.
They're all coming.
Yeah, exactly. So first it was the Americans coming back to our fair shores. Late last year, United Airlines and American both said they were heading back to New Zealand after a long absence. American Airlines is the first to arrive with daily flights out of Auckland to LAX from the 23rd of July in partnership with Qantas. Then on the 3rd of July, United Airlines are back with non-stop 787 flights to San Francisco. They are starting with 3 flights per week and increasing to daily in October.
It's all good.
Yeah, both airlines will leave Auckland at lunchtime and arrive in California before 7 a.m, meaning you can get virtually anywhere in North America the same afternoon.
Which, yeah, because quite a few of the old flights you had to overnight to get to New York and places like that, or take the red-eye flight that left at 10 o'clock at night and got to New York at 6
and then you're exhausted when you get there. No, it's amazing. It's just as easy as popping down south from North Island in New Zealand.
Just about.
Yeah. So, Jared, what will this mean? Will this mean cheaper flights to America with more competition?
It certainly will. Just the announcement has meant that flights got cheaper. We've seen fares to LA down as low as $9.99 a couple of times just for short term. But effectively, it's going to take about 300 or 400 off the regular fares.
That's a lot.
On a regular basis.
Yeah. And
there are going to be specials the whole time. So Air New Zealand and United are going to work in partnership because they're part of the Star Alliance.
Yeah.
But they've also got Air Tahiti Nui, who go through Tahiti. We've got Hawaiian Airlines, as we know, go through Honolulu. And that American Airlines flight to LA in partnership with Qantas. That just means there's a lot of people nibbling around.
Yes, exactly.
And that brings the fares down, which is all good news.
Yes.
And our airfare of the week will be to the States, so we'll do that shortly.
Okay, fantastic. Well, it's not just the Americans. Tomorrow, Air Asia returns too with a daily flight from Auckland to Kuala Lumpur via the Gold Coast that will connect to more than 100 destinations in Asia.
Even India.
Yes, I know a little something about that. They are a budget airline, so no frills, and you pay for everything, but good for the backpacker market. Okay, and as of 2 weeks from today, Jared, I'm off to India on that Air Asia flight, so I'll be a good guinea pig to see how that all goes.
That saved you a few dollars on the fares we were looking at originally.
Amazingly cheap flights, incredible, yeah. So I'll just have to pack my lunch and get a couple of movies onto my laptop. I'll be just fine, hopefully.
You'll be fine.
But I'll let you know when I get back.
You are officially going to road test Air Asia for us.
I am, exactly.
We expect videos,
yeah. But I'm extremely positive about everything, so I don't know if I'm the best person to be commenting. I just think everything is amazing.
We'll see.
And finally, last month, Emirates added another daily flight, their 4th from Auckland to Dubai. The big difference is that this one is non-stop, making it the longest flight in the world at 17 hours and 15 minutes. That is a long flight.
It's a long way.
A long time to be sitting down on your butt. So, that's a lot of competition, Jared.
Well, that's not all the news, because last week, Qatar Airways...
I love Qatar.
Who are just near Dubai, just across the water, they've said, well, we'll come too. So from December this year, they're going to fly in here non-stop flight, so that will make theirs the longest flight in the world at 18 hours and 30 minutes, they suggest.
Wowee, yeah, you want to be doing some little stretches in the aisle and little exercises.
That's right. But I had a look and just checked out these longest flights. Emirates have about 5 of the longest flights in the world.
Right.
But currently, Auckland to Dubai is the longest at 17 hours, 15 minutes. Qantas from Dallas to Sydney is 16 hours, 55 minutes. Tend to be the Middle Eastern airlines who have got the aircraft to do long flights.
Yeah.
And it's all good competition, and they all seem to be, let's see if we can do the longest. So.
Yes, it's all good.
But it's not the full Monty. In 2 years' time, Singapore Airlines are going to go back to a flight they used to do from Singapore non-stop to New York. And that's so long, it's over 19 hours. They don't have normal economy on it. It's like an economy plus, they have more leg room, more entertainment, more meals.
Oh, fantastic.
But that's going to be over 19 hours. They haven't said how long it's going to be yet because they're waiting for new Airbus aircraft to do that service with.
Oh, but that's huge. What happens with the pilots in those situations? Do they swap out?
They have extra pilots.
Yeah.
They have 2 lots.
Right. And that brings us nicely to the airfare of the week. What have we got?
Yes, well, we talked about the competition to the United States, and Air New Zealand currently have a great airfare, or great range of airfares, because what they've done is they've just said, whatever airfare you like, take $500 off it in economy class, or $1,000 off it in premium economy or business.
Fantastic.
Now, what that translates to is LA, including your taxes, is about $169 in taxes these days. To the States. Quite a bit of that's New Zealand tax. So it's about $12.69 to LA and California area. But if you want to go across to New York, it's $17.69. Now, in days gone by, like last year, it was regularly close to 2,700 to 3,000 to the eastern seaboard. So that's come down a lot. If you want to go premium economy to California, it's $3,169, and to New York, $4,069. So it's
that's pretty reasonable.
Pretty good deal.
Yeah.
And that's for travel late April to 30th of June, and then again after school holidays, 11th of July through to 30th of November.
Fantastic.
You've just got to book and pay by next Tuesday, the 29th of March. So if you want to know more, have a look on our website, bonvoyage.co.nz, or give any of us a call at Bon Voyage Cruises and Travel, 0800 266 869, and you'll be winging your way to the States before you know it.
Sounds excellent.
At In Vivo, we've got the biggest crush on Graham Norton. So we flew all the way to his place so he could have a crush on us. Graham Norton's own Sauvignon Blanc. Southern Hemisphere grapes meet Northern Hemisphere fab.
Welcome back.
Yes, and Jared, I've just realised over this whole show so far you haven't mentioned a ship once. What's going on?
Well, that was deliberate. We may be Bon Voyage Cruises and Travel, but I'm taking you on my personal family holiday.
Oh!
On the Diamond Princess, which we did a wonderful cruise round New Zealand and a little side trip to Sydney at Christmas time, so we had Christmas on board. Luke, my wonderful brother-in-law, followed me around with the video camera. We tried to interview a few people, then we got caught. And you're not allowed to do commercial video on a ship like that. So we got caught, but we managed to retain quite a few video clips. And we're going to take you on this little video tour now. And as I mentioned last week, I've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of photographs. So some of those are in there as well. So come with us on the Diamond Princess. We'll show you around. Hi, I'm Jared Murphy from Bon Voyage Cruises and Travel and BonVoyageTV. We're sailing today on the beautiful Diamond Princess between Picton and Tauranga. What we're going to do now is take a quick walk and show you some of the highlights of this fantastic ship. There are a lot of shops, there's a lot of shopping, and they're open most nights till 11 p.m. So check these out. Doesn't matter what you're shopping for, we've got everything from t-shirts, only $12.50, 2 for $25 today, all New Zealand scenes, fantastic, right through to diamonds and crystals. There's watches, jewellery, Swarovski crystals, 20% off. There's all sorts of bargains and shopping till 11 p.m. We've got bingo! And everything on board is photographed, so you'll never lose a memory. Photos of everyone, including me. On Diamond Princess, not only do you have the normal restaurants where anyone can dine, you also have specialty dining, which are a small cover charge, but there's this beautiful Kai sushi restaurant. We had dinner here the other night and it cost us around $20, $25 a head, but it was superb sushi and beautifully done. Here we have Sabatini's, which is the Italian specialty dining. The cover charge here is 25 Australian dollars, but the food here is superb, the experience is fantastic. When it comes to cruise ships, of course, one of the things you think about is lying on your sun lounger in front of the pool, around the pool, and on Diamond Princess you can do that virtually anywhere. There are about 5 pools on board, there's lots of jacuzzis, a lot of fun, and you can just relax, get a sun lounger and watch the world go by literally. We just sail along quietly over the ocean, no worries in the world. And here's another pool. We're up at the Lotus Spa, and this is for adults who prefer a little bit of peace and quiet. It's adults only. It's a lovely spot, it's a lovely pool. It's right next to the Lotus Spa where you've got all the spa facilities. And in front, as you see behind me, is the sanctuary. And this is an adults only area for basically lounging and really enjoying the scenery. You've got the beautiful forward view out over the ship, and you can come here for half a day for a small cover charge, or you can spend the whole day, the whole cruise if you want, and they serve you drinks, they serve you hors d'oeuvres, all included in that small cover charge. It's really relaxing and right away from all those kids, and no noise apart from the ocean and the hum of the engines. And on your cruise, if you want to keep trim and fit like me, you just come up to the gym and lift a few of these like I do. Maybe not. Probably 15 kilos is a good one to start with. Yes, easy. This is Azumi Spa, a Japanese-inspired bathhouse, segregated for males and females. Always with a wonderful attendant. Afternoon. And fantastic facilities. Individual showers, Japanese style. So you bathe yourself seated. And with Japanese baths you bathe first before you go in the bath. So basically you have your shower and washing and then bathe in the pool. Beautiful sauna with unprecedented views, fantastic. Then you have 2 indoor pools. Through another door, and you have 2 open air pools. So it's open to the sky above, so sunlight in the daytime and of course starlight in the evening. 2 of the most fantastic showers you've ever had. A mist shower and waterfall, and finally there is a mist sauna with the fragrance of the day. This is an outstanding facility. I've spent many hours in here.
And now that's all looking very beautiful, but what was the real highlight for you?
Well, apart from all the meals and the food and the Christmas dinner,
of course.
we're talking about winning things before. Well, Luke and me and his daughter and my son, we won the most creative title of the gingerbread house competition.
Oh, interesting.
And because it was Christmas, on Diamond Princess they had 70 gingerbread house kits all ready to go. So who wants to be in the gingerbread house competition? So we signed up.
Yeah.
And everyone said, that's ridiculous, we're not going to do that. I said, but I entered our team as Frank Lloyd Wright. Now that got everyone interested. So everyone did lovely fairy tale type gingerbread houses, apart from one team from Hawaii who did a hula theme one, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But no one cut their gingerbread house to bits and rearranged it like we did.
Yeah.
We did like an
well
Arizona
done.
Frank Lloyd Wright swimming pool house.
Oh, fantastic.
It was great
and I was thinking, God, you have a creative genius on your side, but it was you.
It was
you
me.
were the creative genius.
Having Luke there to do the artistry was a great help.
Yeah,
It was a lot of fun, and because we cut our gingerbread house up into bits, we ate quite a bit of it.
All right, we better get back on board to see what else you got up to on
Got
the
a
tour.
lot to show you.
Yeah.
There's plenty happening all the time. This is just a typical afternoon. There's 2,500 people on the ship, but you wouldn't think so. And if you're hungry, any time of the day, we're mid-afternoon here, but there's always food on the Diamond Princess. Look at it, fantastic. This is just a snack, really. Bars, of course. This is a pool bar, always ready to serve you cocktails. And we wouldn't be complete without showing you some of the evening entertainment. This is a 700-seat theatre, really big. We had a backstage tour as well. And look at this is a full-size mock-up of a Cadillac on stage. The entertainment's fantastic. And for the real night owls, there's always the disco. This is my brother-in-law Luke and sister-in-law Sandy living it up. At the end of every day, weather permitting of course, you get a wonderful sunset, and it's my favourite time of the day on the ship. Most of the other 2,500 odd people have gone off and done other things. I'm on my own, just me, the ship and the ocean. It's a wonderful experience. There's only one way you can really experience, and that is to book and go yourself. So if you want to know more about Princess Cruises, call us at Bon Voyage Cruises and Travel 0800 Bon Voyage, or see our website bonvoyage.co.nz.
That just looks absolutely amazing. I feel relaxed just watching it. And it would not be BonVoyageTV if you didn't have an amazing deal for us.
Yes, and of course we couldn't do a whole Christmas cruise thing without having a deal on this year's Christmas cruise, and we will give that to you after the break.
Ooh, suspense.
Welcome back, and it's now time for our deal.
Yeah, so tell us.
Here
Don't
we go.
leave us waiting.
So we've taken you on a tour of the Diamond Princess. Next year for the Christmas cruise, the cruise is on the Golden Princess, which sails from Auckland on 21st December. It'll take you to some of the best spots in New Zealand with a quick dash to Melbourne. Christmas Day is in stunning Akaroa, followed by a sumptuous Christmas dinner, of course. No cooking, no dishes. Your cruise includes all your meals, daily afternoon tea, all your entertainment, port, taxes and gratuities. You'll travel from Auckland through Tauranga, Gisborne, Wellington, Akaroa for Christmas Day, Dunedin, Fiordland National Park, which is a highlight, and a quick dash across to Melbourne and back into Auckland. All of this is available from $2,749 for an inside cabin, $3,575 for an ocean view, or $3,980 for a balcony cabin. Bon Voyage Cruises and Travel still have cabins available, just a handful on this cruise. There are a few bonuses. We'll give you a free onboard credit, a free shore excursion credit, and a specialty dining dinner for two in one of those fabulous restaurants. So if you want to know more, go to our website bonvoyage.co.nz or call us on 0800 266 869. So there you are. I can see the Van Leeuwenhoek clan.
Oh, totally. That would be amazing. I should actually see if I can push that one a little bit. Yeah, we'd paint that cruise ship red.
And it's great for multi-generations because we had an 87-year-old right down to a 12-year-old. We even had a 14-year-old nephew who got his first kiss or two.
Aww.
Romance.
Cutie. You have to be careful. There's lots of little nooks and crannies
That's
they can hide away.
Wonder where they all keep disappearing. I will go back to the office and book the Van Leeuwenhoek clan. I'll get a little group together.
All right, sounds good. Just give my mum and dad a call. They'll cover it. No, I've already got a few trips coming up this year, so I don't know if I can fit it in.
Lucky girl.
Yeah. Only 2 weeks and I go to India. Yeah.
You hope.
I hope. Yes, I've got everything sorted. I've got my visa. I've got my shots. Everything.
Got your visa back already?
Yeah. It was amazing, actually. I was incredibly surprised. I sent it on Friday and I got it back on Tuesday. So really, three working days and that's delivery.
That is
everything.
the fastest we've heard of.
I know, it's crazy. But I have the travel gods looking after me. I have had the most incredible travel stories when it comes to last minutes and missing flights and things like that. Once.
None of this is a surprise.
Once. Do we have time to tell you a little tiny story?
Tell us anyway, we can always cut it out.
You wouldn't. We were going to Japan, my boyfriend and I, for a season in Japan, had our flights booked and everything. I sent my passport away way too late to get the visa. And it was a few days before we were leaving. I still hadn't got my passport back. And so I started calling Australian Post. And they said, look, we don't know where it is. It's in some sort of transit. It's in the processing stage, whatever. They didn't have any information. But I finally got in touch with an amazing woman and she said, look, I'm going to call around all the post offices in Australia because we don't know which one it's going to go to. And I'll put an urgent note there so as soon as it turns out that person will call you. And then so that's all we could do. So we waited, heard nothing. The night before we were leaving, flying at 11 a.m. from Gold Coast, we were in Brisbane. And heard nothing the night before, and I said, oh, don't worry, things get processed overnight. We'll get a call at like 2 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be fine, because things do get processed overnight. And then, anyway, alarm went off at 6 in the morning. I had no missed calls, no messages or anything, so we thought, oh, that's it. Went back to sleep. 7 o'clock in the morning, I get a call from a post office in Australia saying, is this Olivia Van Leeuwenhoek? We have your passport, and it's all ready to go. So we just leapt out of bed, didn't shower, didn't do anything, just chucked on some clothes, fanged it to this post office that was out in the country somewhere. It was like, it wasn't an actual office, it was more where all that stuff happens. And got the passport, managed to get to Gold Coast Airport just in time. It was ridiculous. It was absolutely insane. But that's what happens to me. I have gods. The travel gods. They look after me.
And a very good passport by the sounds.
Yeah, and a good travel agent as well.
That's right.
Talking about passports, you may have seen a list of the world's most powerful passports. This list is based on how many countries that can be visited on your passport without needing a visa. The Germans are number 1 with a passport that lets them visit 177 out of a possible 218 countries. Very surprised by that. Yeah. New Zealand comes in at 7th equal with 171 countries available to us. I was quite surprised. I thought that we would be higher up on the list, to be honest. Possibly the most important thing to come out of this survey for Kiwis is that we beat Australia, who are in 8th place.
Yay!
Yes. Pity the poor citizens of Afghanistan who need visas for all but 25 countries. Their passport is hardly worth having. Poor fellas.
Yes, that sounds all really good, but there's sneaky governmental interference now in the systems because while places like USA and Canada don't require New Zealanders to have a visa, they now want us to have electronic pre-authorisation.
Oh, yes.
Which means you have to go onto the internet, put all your passport details in, say what you're doing.
Put your credit card in.
Yeah, say you've never been a Nazi or all sorts of things for the American one. And pay US $14 or Canadian 13 or whatever it is.
That's not too bad.
So they're making, but they're making money on the way through. Should be free.
Pesky governments.
And the other word of caution is just because, in theory, New Zealanders don't need visas for places. If you have any little dodgy criminal records in the past, and where this trips people up is drink drive convictions in places like USA and particularly Canada, you will need a visa. So before you go off flying around the world, you need to check all that stuff out, particularly if you've had any little convictions.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Does that apply to you?
Nope, I'm clean.
Good. Well, at least we know your passport is clean because you got your visa back.
Yes, it is, exactly. And not only is it clean, but it's beautiful. I think we have really attractive passports in New Zealand. I love the background pictures.
They're good, aren't they?
Yeah, they're gorgeous. And Norway, however, is about to introduce a new passport where their background fjord scenes show the northern lights under a UV light. So we've got a bit of competition.
That's pretty cool.
Very cool.
Up the ante again.
Yeah, definitely. And Finland's passport is so much fun. Remember when you used to make the little cartoon stickman drawings and flick the pages really quickly?
Yeah, love doing that.
You'll check out this little moose.
That is very cool. I didn't think of the Finnish having that sort of sense of humour, but
yeah,
it's really good. What else do we have on your news list this week?
Well, I thought we'd better talk about some ships.
You're just worried I wasn't going to do it.
Yes. After a successful first trial, Royal Caribbean's Harmony of the Seas expects to take guests in May. The world's largest cruise ship at 227,000 tonnes.
It's very big.
Oh, it's huge. The Harmony of the Seas can fit 6,000 passengers and 2,000 crew members spread out over its 16 decks. And if the Eiffel Tower was laid down next to it, the ship would be 160 feet longer. It's absolutely massive. It cost somewhere north of $1 billion and it just completed its first voyage. It's pretty exciting. There were no passengers on board for the quick trip, but 500 crew members made sure that the vessel's electric power plant works well and that the Mammoth cruise liner can be manoeuvred properly. When it does
well, you need to know that.
Yes, absolutely. It's very important. When it does carry passengers, they'll be given GPS-equipped wristbands to help them navigate the intricate vessel. Very cool. Royal Caribbean reported that the ship's performance was as expected, and if the trials go according to plan, the next one will take place in April. The ship will take its first passengers headed to Southampton, UK in May. They'll enjoy cocktails served by robot bartenders at the ship's bionic bar and take on the Ultimate Abyss, a water slide that Royal Caribbean claims is the tallest slide at sea. The ship will also feature the usual facilities, a casino, a movie theatre and an ice skating rink.
On Royal Caribbean, that's normal.
Yeah, I was going to say,
they
just
have ice skating.
Yeah.
It's quite amazing.
It is, it's incredible.
There's all sorts of branded restaurants. It's massive. It's a totally different holiday. It's possibly not what New Zealanders are used to, but it's still a lot of fun. And
yeah,
it's like having a city holiday, but the city keeps moving around.
Yeah, definitely. What pops into mind is hide and seek. You could play some good hide and seek on those boats.
If you divorced or broke up with your partner while you're away, you wouldn't have to see them for the whole 7 days.
Exactly.
Now, Olivia, before we depart, I've thrown in a new little segment into our show. We're going to have a photo of the week each week.
Oh, yeah.
And this one is something I found online. It's photo bombs by animals.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
And I love this little guy in Banff National Park. He's so cute.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
But we're not just going to take them off the internet. Any of you who have got great photos, they don't have to be necessarily funny, beautiful scenes we'll take. So enter our photo of the week. You'll get a Bon Voyage key ring for your trouble.
Oh, exciting. I've still got mine. I love it.
It's great.
Cool.
Collector's item, our Bon Voyage key rings.
Yeah, absolutely.
So send in your photos. We look forward to receiving them. If you don't send them, we'll just give you more amusing animal ones. So until next week, and more animals and more news.
Yeah.
It's good night from us.
Yeah.
Bon voyage.